Ladies and gentlemen, our first sponsor, none other than BMO Financial Group.
I just got to look in the book here because I want to see exactly what my title is. This is a question advisor thing. I never got to say very much was the problem. But do the math on that. 1988, you normally don't get signed as an athlete with a prestigious organization like Bank of Montreal, now BMO, until you're muddling along quite well in what you do. And usually, all these years later, you're still not muddling along so well. So it's been a wonderful association for me with BMO, and I was asking Jane Huddleston, as a matter of fact, in the history of sport, if there have been any associations between an athlete and a sponsor for this length of time, and she advises me that no, there have not been a situation where an active athlete had this run with a major organization. So I'm very, very pleased about that. And I've always felt very honored personally to be endorsed by BMO Financial, because they're not going to associate their name with somebody that they're not fairly comfortable with. And so it's, they tell me they appreciate me, but I probably appreciate them more. And when they're referred to as a sponsor, I much prefer to think of them as a partner, because they've done so much. They've partnered with us to build the sport across the country. I always regret very much that we don't have the Nations Cup at the Royal these days, and maybe we'll get it back again, because that used to go out live across Canada Saturday afternoon, and that Saturday afternoon was always rainy and cloudy and cold, and people were all in their televisions watching, and it was the day at the Royal. Featuring the Nations Cup, the BMO Financial Nations Cup, which we had the good fortune to win on quite a number of occasions. So that's always helped. And I like to think that we as a sport and an industry have partnered with the bank to help them grow their business and do better what they do. So congratulations very much to Michael Rayfield and BMO Financial, and they are indeed a fine associate to our sport.
Ian, thank you very much indeed for those very generous words, and I would like to thank the committee for inducting BMO as a corporate sponsor into this year's awards. It's very timely that we should be coming just after the award to Big Ben and to Ian. As Ian was just saying, he and Big Ben had a long association with our bank. And I think I would be right in saying that if it hadn't been for the combination of Ian and Big Ben, we may not have continued our association this long. Whether or not Ian is still on the payroll, Sue, I'm not quite sure, is he? But it's been the idea of BMO's connection with the equestrian sport was not an idea that was brought to us by the marketing department. It was the vision and passion of one individual, and I speak, of course, of Bill Mulholland. Bill Mulholland is the retired chairman and chief executive of our bank, and he and Ron and Marg Southern, about 30 years ago, started talking about how the equestrian sport could be put on the map, not only in Canada, but around the world. And I think that combination of the sport and our bank has put places like Spruce Meadows, which is at the forefront of this sport anywhere in the world, and also the whole game of the whole sport of equestrian activities in Canada is now in the forefront of the nation. We are delighted to be inducted this year and to have this terrific honor. There are a number of colleagues with me here this evening to share in this great event with you. We're delighted for your support, and we look forward to being a continuing sponsor for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Our first inductee in our sponsors category, a great friend of the sport, and as Ian said, a true partner, BMO Financial Group.